Greetings, all you out there in YouTube land. This is Chance Tiger Fox, and today we will be doing something a little bit different. We are going to start a multi-episode of the lore and such of Transformers. We will be covering everything from G1 all the way to present day, which we will be also covering the movies. Now then, this will be the first of many episodes, and today we will be discussing G1, that which started it all. Now then, for those of you who are not familiar with Transformers was an animated TV show that came over to the United States and premiered in 1984. It was a gamble because I've talked to several of the G1 voice actors and actresses, and they are surprised at how the fandom has grown. They were really not expecting G1 to be as popular as it became. So, for those of us who grew up in the 80s, we have fond memories of G1. Now, we call it G1 because basically it was Generation 1. And the Transformers cartoon, the original Transformers cartoon, has produced many different different types of series. You have G1, you have Beast Wars, you have Beast Machines, you have Armada, Cybertron, you have
Robots in Disguise.
Robots in Disguise. Thank you very much, my dear. Prime.
Hi, I'm also a Transformers geek.
Yes, that was my lovely mate, Imperial Sentinel. We will be posting a link to her channel. She does Rainbow Looms, and she also will be doing a few Transformers reviews as well.
I will.
At times. Anyways, she will be helping me throughout these videos, reminding me of stuff that I've forgotten or I have yet to mention. Now then, G1. G1, like I said, premiered in 1984. And was very, very successful. It gave us such voice actors and actresses as Peter Cohen, who is Mr. Optimus Prime. Everybody knows him as Optimus. Then you have Greg Berger, who is Grimlock, G1 Grimlock, that he's well known for. Also, he also did Long Haul, the Constructicon in G1. He's also gone on to do a whole range of different voices for video games, cartoons, what have you. If you look up his wiki, you can see who he is and what he's done. Also, Peter Cohen also did double duty as well. Not only did he do Optimus Prime, but he did the voice of Ironhide, the war-hardened veteran. And for those off topic, for those who watched Winnie the Pooh for a while, he was also the voice of Eeyore. There's a wonderful video on YouTube where Eeyore and Optimus Prime have a discussion. But getting back on topic, now when G1 premiered, there really wasn't anything that was on a regular basis that was like Transformers. So when it premiered, it was very, like I said, it was very successful. The toy line was immediately successful. Now, if you compare the toy line of G1 to the toys of today, you understand why we Transformer fans call them bricks. Because that's basically what they were. There was very little articulation. For the most part, it was basically just the arms. Some of them had elbow joints, some of them didn't. When you look at the action figures of today, the Generations line and what have you, you find out that the Transformers toys have come quite a long ways. Now, if you ask Transformers fans what their favorite G1 Transformers episode is, more than likely you're going to get a lot of different answers. But you'll also be getting same answers. Like, for instance, if you ask what their favorite Transformers episode is, and they'll ask besides all of them, because Transformers fans we do love the original G1 cartoons. A lot of people's favorite is SOS Dinobots, where the Dinobots were introduced. Another thing is that a lot of people, when you ask them how many Transformers movies are out, including the one that's coming out in less than 2 weeks, they will tell you 4. True Transformers fans will say 5 because of the 1986 Transformers the Movie animated movie, which was a milestone in the Transformers fandom, for the simple fact that up until then nobody died. Okay? Autobots were damaged, they were able to be repaired, and we saw them the next week. In the movie in 1986, they pushed the envelope. And one of the saddest scenes of the movie is when our beloved leader of the Autobots dies. Yes, Optimus Prime dies in the movie. Spoiler alert. But, that's not much of a spoiler. The movie's been out for over 20 years, so. But
go find a torrent if you don't know what he's talking about.
Go find a torrent of Transformers the movie and watch it, and you will understand. Now, Transformers the movie did introduce a lot of new characters. We were introduced to Hot Rod, we were introduced to Cup, we were introduced to Ultra Magnus, Metroplex, and what have you. We also met the Junkions, Wreck-Gar and the Junkions, which were a strange race of and by themselves. We also learned about the Quintessons. Now, the Quintessons are the ones that actually created the Transformers. And the Transformers rose up against their masters and banished them from Cybertron. There has been a lot of publication, a lot of books written about the beginnings of Cybertron, the beginnings of the Transformers, the beginnings of the war. It spawned many video games. The most popular, of course, has been War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, which have been officially designated as the prequel to G1. Also the prequel to Transformers Prime, which was a new telling of the Transformers world, but we'll get to that when we cover Transformers Prime. Then after the movie, they continued with the new theme until the end of the series, which was, I believe, close to 1990. Don't quote me, I'm not 100% sure. But for the most part, Optimus was brought back because he was such a beloved character, so they brought him back. Now, also in the movie, we see for the first time Galvatron. Now, Galvatron is Megatron, reformatted. And it's interesting to see how the character progressed from the beginnings where he was converted by Unicron, the planet destroyer, and he literally, by the end of the movie, he literally was insane. The reason that people say that and that I say that is because when he was reformatted by Unicron, he was reformatted with an obedience chip, so that no matter what, he had to obey Unicron. Now, the other Decepticons that were reformatted with him, that became Scourge, Cyclonus, and the Sweeps, they were used to leading. They were used to being led by Megatron. But the thing of it is that nobody leads Megatron. Megatron has his own will. So basically, by the end of the movie, we see that Galvatron is quite literally insane. And they carried that over to the TV show after the movie. Until the end of the series. So, yes, G1 was the springboard, and it gave us such great voice actors and actresses that a lot of them, I've talked to Greg Berger, I've talked to Michael McConaughey, who did Outback and Trax and Cosmos in G1, and basically their reaction is the same. When people would thank them for an autograph, they would say, no, thank you, because without you, we wouldn't be here at BotCon or whatever the convention was. And then, they would be voice actors doing who knows what, quite possibly. So yeah, that's another thing that has been spawned by G1 is the many conventions that are around. You have BotCon, which is in the United States. You have TFCon, which is up in Canada. There are hundreds of Transformers conventions all over. Um, Wiki Transformers conventions to see all the different conventions that there are. Also, um, another great thing that came out from Transformers is the Transformers Collectors Club, or TFCC. It's a club that you can get a membership to, and they offer special figures. They offer um, new, newsletters via online. Every 2 months, they publish a little book that tells of all the new stuff that's going on. They're also the people that run BotCon. So if you're a member of the club, you get a discount on your membership, um, your admission, if you will, or membership, or however you want to call it, to BotCon. So, and with every BotCon, they offer special box set of toys that are only exclusive through the con. Yes, you can get them after the con on eBay if you want to pay the exorbitant amount that some people ask for. And there's also other incentive figures. Every year they give out a free incentive figure just for being a member, as to say thank you. So go check them out. It's TransformersCollectorsClub.com.
I will
And
post the link in the description below.
she'll be posting a link. She is my editor, my manager, my everything, so quite literally. So anyways, if you have any questions, post them in the comments, and when next we meet, we will be discussing Beast Wars. So this is Chance Tiger Fox rolling out.